In a lush green forest, full of life and sound, there lived a small, hard-working ant named Chintu. She lived with her family in a well-organized ant colony deep under the ground. From childhood, Chintu was known as a smart and responsible ant. She was always the first one to wake up, the first one to collect food, and the first one to help others. Everyone in the colony admired her dedication. But as Chintu grew older, something inside her slowly began to change. One day, she saw a peacock dancing in the open forest. Its colorful feathers shined in the sunlight. All the animals stopped to watch. Chintu whispered to herself, "Look at his beauty. Everyone looks at him. Why does no one ever look at me?" Another day, she watched a butterfly flying freely in the air. The butterfly moved lightly from flower to flower, touching the sky. Chintu thought, "I wish I had wings. I am stuck crawling on the ground forever." Sometimes she even felt jealous of the squirrel, who jumped from one tree to another in seconds, full of energy and speed. Slowly, jealousy started taking space in Chintu's heart. She stopped focusing on her work. The ant who once collected the most food was now falling behind. Her friends noticed the change. They asked her gently, "Chintu, why do you look so sad these days?" But Chintu only smiled and stayed silent. She did not know how to explain the emptiness she felt inside. One day, the forest faced a disaster. Dark clouds covered the sky. Strong winds started blowing. Heavy rain poured non-stop. Trees broke, streams overflowed. Homes of many animals were destroyed. The butterfly's wings became wet and heavy. She could not fly. The squirrel's tree fell down, and she sat on the ground, shaking in fear. The peacock's colorful tail was soaked with water. He could not spread his feathers anymore. The forest was filled with panic and cries for help. But something surprising happened. The ant colony was completely safe. The ants had built their home deep underground with strong tunnels and solid planning. They were protected. Chintu saw the suffering around her. And suddenly, something inside her broke. She thought, "I was jealous of them. I wanted what they had. But today they are helpless, and I am safe." She asked herself quietly, "Can I do something?" That question changed her life. Chintu did not waste time. She gathered all the ants of her colony and spoke with a firm voice. "Today, the forest needs us. We may be small, but together we are strong. If we work as one, we can save lives." The ants trusted her. Hundreds of ants lined up and moved out together. Some ants carefully carried the butterfly on their backs, taking her to a dry and safe place. Some ants collected leaves and made a warm bed for the squirrel. Others gently cleaned the peacock's wet feathers, helping him stand again. The animals of the forest watched in disbelief. They could not believe that such tiny creatures had such big hearts. After some time, the rain stopped. The clouds slowly moved away. The sun appeared again, spreading light over the forest. The animals were safe. The butterfly flew again. The squirrel stood strong. The peacock opened his feathers once more. They all gathered around Chintu. The peacock said softly, "I have never seen such beauty before. Not in feathers, but in kindness." The squirrel smiled and said, "Today I learned that real strength is not in speed or size, but in service." The butterfly looked at Chintu and said, "You may not fly, you may not shine, but you saved us. You are greater than all of us." At that moment, Chintu felt something she had never felt before: pride. Not pride from attention, but pride from purpose. That day, Chintu stopped comparing herself to others. She finally understood something important. Every living being has a role. Being small is not weakness. Jealousy makes us weak, but understanding our strengths makes us powerful. When we recognize our abilities and use them to help others, we become truly special. Chintu returned to her work with a new heart. She was no longer jealous. She was confident because she knew her value. This story teaches us a simple but powerful lesson. Do not hate yourself for what you are not. Value yourself for what you are. You don't need wings to fly high. You don't need beauty to shine. A big heart matters more than a big body. Small actions done with kindness can change lives, because in the end, small is not weak. The one with the biggest heart is the real giant.